What is art and how it can influences your life? Art is almost the base of everything, like everywhere. It's almost the base of everything. It's the base of the language, it's the base of the self-reflection too. In I'm trying to sound smart, okay? I am smart, but I am not smart in English. All I could really say is that art influences my life in a lot of ways since I was a kid. My father really loved like international music. It's how we call like Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses, Queen in here, all of this kind of song, disco, rock, pop, all of this kind of songs. My father likes it, and my father was also a great movie lover. He worked he worked on like I don't know how it's called, but it's the place where you pay the ticket to watch the movie. He worked on a place like this. Whenever he had the chance to take some seats for us, for me and my mom, he would do it. Like, even thought it going to be like at midnight. He didn't care. He just wanted to watch the movie. This was since I was born. Like, we had this influence about movies since I was born and since before I was born too. Which means that I am a movie lover too. Like, I shared this love for movies with my father. While I was growing up, I also based it on this love for movies, I started to creating stories. I started to creating worlds. I started to create worlds. I started to create characters too. Based on that, I started drawing. I started also sculpting them. There was a thing that I liked to do when I was a kid, that it was I liked to create toys. It's not like I was a person that didn't had money to have good toys, but it was a pleasure for me to make them from zero, like to create dolls principally. I really love to create dolls, and principally I started liking sewing plushies. This follows me till nowadays. I'll show you one thing, wait a minute. This little beautiful thing in here. He has like a security pin in his head for me to put like in my backpack and everything. This is five Hargreaves from Umbrella Academy. Like I made him with old clothes, like with old plain clothing, like shirts, jeans, leggings and everything. And I had paint, like normal paint, and I use it to make this pattern that I don't know how to name it. I had a Klaus too, but I didn't find him anywhere, but he's somewhere in there. I also have like more plushies that I'm still not finding it. Like, I have a J-Hope from BTS plushie, like he's kind of he's like this size, he's this size that I did too. Like, I really love it, like to use old shirts and old tissues to do them because it was easier. Like, if you can't use it, if you're not going to use it anymore, it's going to turn into something useful. I also like to sculpt things. Like, just a second. He's kind of old now, but this is Todoroki from My Hero Academia. You know, he's kind of old. He was my first sculpting thing in my life. He was my first try. He's kind of chipped and everything, but he still looks pretty good. Like, look at that. He has a really awesome face. You know, he's still pretty good, and I still have him because I really like him. There is also my latest sculpting that it was one of my hardest projects ever, that I really thought for a moment to giving up about it because he was so hard to do it. It's this little guy in here. This is like a basic interpretation. I think it's interpretation. I don't know why. It is a basic interpretation of the character that Markiplier is going to do in the Ireland movie. And he was the hardest because, like, I have a statue. You see Todoroki, he's a statue. He doesn't move. In him, like, I did the articulations of it. Like, he can move his head up and down. His arms, like, he doesn't like move the elbows, but you move the shoulders. He can put his arms up. He also can sit, okay? Like, he bends in the hips and he bends on his knees to be seated. And look at his face. I did my best. Like, in this lighting, it's not too good, I think. But I did my best to make it like cartoonist, but kind of realistic of the things. I made the blood stains. His clothing, it's all stained in blood too, which is paint. Like, he was really complicated. I have a great idea to like make the entire ship when the movie released, because the ship in the teaser and the ship in the game are totally different, you know, because of the realism thing and everything. So I decided to wait for the movie to release for me to finish his project. One of my favorites are this one. He's huge. Like, he's huge. He's way bigger than my head. He's made of cardboard and paper and like construction paper. And construction paper. When I started making them, when I first started like searching for Yunus Annus compilations on the internet, and I started researching about it, and I like it a lot. Like, I really like the concept and everything. And there's more. I didn't thought that they would be. I think that I shake them while I was bringing up here, but let me just use them here. Ethan, put your head up, please. Okay. Those are like Yunus Annus plushies too. Like, this is, all of them are made with fabric scraps and everything, because I really like to reuse those kind of things just to not be laying around the house. This is Yunus. This is Ethan. Okay, you can see that he has like a little blushy and everything. Some of the paint just faded out, but he's still cute. He has even a small of a fringe up in here. Here we have Mark as Ennis with his white ties, his brown eyes and everything, his long hair. I did what I could. It's just one piece of fabric, but cut it in angles in a way that it would look like he has that opening hair, you know what I'm talking about. In a verse of the lid, you have, I think I'll have to flip this, this video, but it's written 1 year, that was the deal, and 365 days. I think I got it right. I think art is one of the most important things in people's lives. People think that it's not, but I think it is. Like, human being cannot just be resuming into, like, born, live, and die. Just in this cycle. It's not a thing about having a meaning, life having a meaning, but it's about discovery. It's about discovering new things, about yourself and about the nature, your surroundings too. And that's what art can do. It can make people question their existence and the way they see the world. Even thought it's in any form, art do this, like in paintings, in drawings, in movies. It can change people's lives, and it can make questions pop up in your own mind. And I think that this is really important, because I am the kind of person that makes a lot of questions about the existence and about the human being. Like, why people act like this, why this is normal, why I can't do this. And I think it's beautiful. This also makes me think that life is already art, the way that we are. They say that all art are unique, and people are unique too, in their own ways. Even thought they share a love for something. They're unique in their own interpretation of things. And I think this is beautiful in all forms. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did recording this. And I see you in the next video. Okay? Bye!